Hey, I'm spending the night here in coastal South Carolina. It's been dumping rain all afternoon and it finally stopped, so hopefully we get a little bit of activity on the road tonight, but certainly wouldn't bet any money on it. But I mean, there's cool stuff here. There's like mud snakes and swamp snakes and epic stuff like that, so I'll let you know if I find anything. First snake of this coastal South Carolina trip, little banded water snake, flipped under all that crap. He's bitten me, of course, and pooped all over me, but I still love him. And if he'll show us his front, his colors are gorgeous. That is so sick, man. Oh, there's the blood. What a gorgeous little water snake. Anyways, I'm gonna let him go here and, oh no. Don't bite me again. I'm gonna let him go here and then keep flipping through his pile. And I say him, but looking at the tail, it's probably a female. Here we have an animal that is poorly equipped to survive. I don't know how the species has been this successful. Look at this thing. Blatant incompetence. All right, the sun has set and it's just about properly dark out here. So I'm probably gonna road cruise for about an hour, and then if things aren't looking good, then I'll bust out the headlamp and the flashlight and go shine around a little bit in the swampy area for rainbow snakes. So I'll keep you posted. Oh, let's go. Northern scarlet snake, how about that? Heck yeah, son. I'm gonna grab a better light. I love their little faces. That cool upturned snout. He's rattling his tail a little bit, trying to be all intimidating. But when a snake is like 8 inches long and as thin as a pencil, it's not that intimidating. I thought somebody was coming. I'm sorry about the camera work. Anywho, that's very cool. I'll let this guy go and keep cruising. Oh, I know what I heard. Why I thought somebody was coming. Big armadillo just trucked across the road. But anywho, here's the release. Or not, if he just wants to sit there. Do as you please. I'm not gonna let him sit here though. I'm gonna move him all the way across before somebody who's not paying attention comes by and nails him. All right, now let's get you going that way. Looks like tonight is not totally useless for herping after all. This is a New County copperhead for me. Really pretty long bands there. And then just like the one last night, he's kind of got that little zipper pattern going on, if you know what I mean. Anyways, I'll move him and then keep cruising. And I guess it's also worth mentioning he's super dark. Where are you going, friend? Man, snakes have such a bad rap, even copperheads. Like, I just annoyed the cuss out of that snake moving him across the road the way he was going. He didn't so much as look at me funny, much less try and strike me. Now, that's not the case with all copperheads, but I mean, snakes are a lot, I guess, nicer than people give them credit for. This massive gar in this little roadside creek. It's not a rainbow snake, but it's kind of cool. All right, so it is well after midnight, and I have started the drive home. Only got those 3 snakes, but I mean, hey, I wasn't even down there in coastal South Carolina to herp. That was just like an added bonus that I got to spend the evening down there. So all in all, not so bad, but I doubt I see anything on the way home, but if I do, I'll be sure to let you know. But if not, I will see you guys next time I get out herping. From this point on, my week was kind of scatterbrained. I had a couple failed attempts at road cruising, and I had a little bit of success while flipping tin, so I'll go ahead and roll that clip now. Holy smokes, guys, this is your reminder to be careful. I flipped this tin, put my fingers there, and I hope you saw what that was. That was a baby cottonmouth sitting on top of this tin. That's so crazy. My fingers were like well away over here, like a solid 2 foot, but still, that's a little sketchy. You could hardly ask for worse weather to be herping North Florida. It is actively raining and has been doing so for pretty much all day and will do so for a bit of the night. So I'm gonna flip tin because I assume that's where snakes are when it's thundering and lightning and pouring rain like this. And then I'm gonna make a bit of a drive to try and go find a dry road that I can cruise tonight. And then tomorrow morning, I'm gonna do a little more cruising and then call it a day. And I will probably see 0 snakes. But I guess if you're watching this, that means that I found at least something. It is so wet and I hate it. No snakes in this weather. I don't believe it. I just found a snake. This is a North American racer, but more properly, this is probably an intergrade species of what's called a brown-chinned racer. And the brown-chinned racers are really only native to this tiny little bit of North Florida. But I think we're still in the intergrade zone. This is not a pure brown chin. And as you can tell, he's deep in shed, super crusty, trying to murder me. And in the process, he's bitten me and himself a few times. But this poor guy is just trying to shed his skin and not be attacked by me. So I'm gonna let him go. Just about giving up hope that I was not gonna see a snake tonight, that it was just too wet. But this part has dried out a little, and apparently it's dried out enough for this northern scarlet snake to be crossing. Really big boy with pretty high black coloration. They just make them different here, huh? I really couldn't believe it when I saw him in the road. That is so sick. I'd like to get a cornsnake or something tonight, but I don't know if they like to move this soon after a rain. Yes, I'm wearing socks because I was not prepared to hop out of the vehicle. All right, I'm done yapping about scarlet snakes. Go ahead, be free. I love the high black coloration. Cool. Seems like I always film in super low light environments, but it's just about midnight here. And because it's so wet, I'm gonna call it a night. And then provided that it doesn't dump rain tomorrow morning, I'm gonna do a little bit of cruising and then head back. So, hooray, car camping. Good morning. The sun is just starting to rise, so I hope that these roads start drying out. I'll do a little bit of cruising and see what happens. Let's go. We got a snake on the morning. Looks like it's gonna end up being a cottonmouth. Yeah, I saw it was a viper from the car and I was really hoping it was gonna be a diamondback, but just a Florida cottonmouth. Looks like he's making a getaway. I was just talking to a guy like not even 5 minutes ago who says he runs over cottonmouths. So this guy barely escaped death because this is the way the guy was coming from. So I was just fixing to give up road cruising and then I got one of my targets. A cornsnake, little baby. So pretty. I really don't see enough cornsnakes. And unless I'm crazy, and I don't think I am, this might be my first Georgia cornsnake, which is crazy because I live here, but like, it's on my steering wheel. Like I see them in Florida, sometimes in South Carolina, but finally got one here in South Georgia. That is so sick. I couldn't really capture the moment when like I saw him on the road because he was zipping across so fast. I just barely was able to grab his tail as he was disappearing into the grass. Because that's some tall grass right there. I wasn't gonna find that guy if he went in there. Cool.